Welcome everybody, it's WildWest Stacker. I hope you're having a great day. And it is fall time. If you can see here, Mrs. Wild West went to the farm. She picked up all sorts of cool little goodies. These ones are more just decorative pumpkins, but they look really good. And I figured I'd put them in my video to remind you, check out your local farmers. I mean, they're doing a good job. They're killing it this year. And even the local farm stands. I'm noticing more and more of those popping up all over the US. And I really like to support local. So if you can, even if you're picking up some decorative things like pumpkins or gourds, definitely check them out. Help out your local farmers. All right, so to begin, I guess let's just quick talk about this effigy right here, the Queen 2022. Yes, she did pass away. And now while a lot of people are curious if the coins are going to change, I would assume they are. And I'm going off a New Zealand Mint's Instagram post where they said that they are updating their coins currently and to check back often in order to see when the new effigy, I'm assuming it'll be what, Prince Charles will be on the back. And he can take a different name, so we shall see what he decides to go by. Now let's start off. My first pickup this week was actually this cool copper hammered cup. And this comes from the Jackson Hole Steelworks. It's a distillery out in Jackson Hole, Wyoming. And that is a pure copper. You can see all the hammered steel there on the inside. Jackson Steel, there's their little UPC code. But isn't that a pretty cool little piece? Wish it was a little bigger. Maybe it's a shooter glass, but still thought it was kind of cool for some copper. Alright, and now I did get an APMEX package this week. And the reason why is I am adding more of the shield stackers to my collection. We will go over these in just a second, but let's first just open up this package from APMEX. And yes, I did tape it because it does have your tracking number on there, folks, and you can look up information that way. So if you're making videos, it's best to just black it all out. All right. Ooh. Well, that's different. They're now putting it in two little individual containers. And then these ones are usually fairly easy to open. You don't really need a knife. And I don't need that packing slip in here either. I'm going to get rid of that. See ya. Okay, so let's see here. Where's all the goodies at? Okay, so I ordered a Hera? No, that's the one I had. What's going on here? Okay, there we go. Athena. That was the first one. Now, if you've been collecting the Poseidon, Hades, and what was the other god? Poseidon, Hades. Oh my gosh, Zeus. That's the one I'm missing. I don't have the Zeus, but I have the Hera. And here's the new one, the Athena. She's got a cool shield with the owl protecting her. And again, this is a 2022. So this is the, I guess, second in the series. Should be another one popping up shortly. They're going to do all the females next. Alright, and this one is... Okay, this is their new series from, I think it's Tukalu. There we go. So you got the bear, grizzly bear, and a cougar, and they're kind of fighting. And wow, that is a proof-like finish. Oh, so they're Nue. And I believe I have only one other in this series. So I have the hyenas fighting the lion, which is a little more proof-like. And yeah, just something different out there to collect. Not the cheapest stuff, but it's always fun. Here we go. I have one more. I think this is the third one in that series. Let's see. Yeah, so it's a tiger fighting the Komodo dragon. A proof-like mirror in the back. Looks like some bamboo shoots there. And again, the 1 ounce. So look at that. I got 3 in that series now. And then 2 in the, I don't know, Goddesses series, we'll call that. Sweet. And then one of these I'm not going to pull out of the package because I need to get a capsule for it. And this is the Chaiwu Chionwain. Looks like he's got his bow and arrow right there with the sweet horn helm on. And that is the new 2022. In the Comsco, you can see where it says 999 at the bottom. If you kind of tilt that, it'll say AG. And the right light. I don't know if it'll work for me. And kind of see, oh. Anyways, the cool shield, and let's just lead that into the WildWest stackers. And that's these guys. These are on almost all the South Korean coins. You can see there are 2 ounces of 3/9 fine silver. And these would stack, so this is in their shield collection. And that was, I believe, the first one they came out with, and then this one was the second one. The Achilles shield. And man, if you really want to be a serious collector, they make these in the 1 kilo, and I believe a 500 gram, a half kilo as well. Alright, so we got those 2. And then the St. Michael Archangels came out, and I think these are some of my favorites, just the detail in them. Wowza. Crazy, huh? Alright, and now I did actually skip a couple in this series. There's the mask out there, and I just wasn't a fan. It wasn't really a shield to me. So I skipped the mask, and they also have out the South Korean Peninsula. It is a stacker, but to me it's not really a shield. It's just a picture of the South Korea Peninsula. And then they turned it into a stacker, so they stack just right on top of each other like that. Still really fun round, but not compared to these guys. Ugh, and of course they didn't come in capsules. Typical. Ugh. And I saw it on Amex that they sell the capsules, but they weren't available to purchase yet. Typical. I don't even care. I'm pulling one out because I gotta see it. It looks a lot like a belt buckle, doesn't it? Alright, so the shield, I guess it goes like this. Wow, a lot of detail on that. It's pretty crazy. Looks like you got a whole war scene in the middle. Some sort of god or goddess up top with some horns on. Smooth edge, and then there you go. Let's see here, where did they put the 2 ounce at? There it is, 2 ounces. And remember, this is an antique finish, so it's not super high polished. Oh man, that looks good. You know what, we're just gonna do it. I don't care if I even have to order more of these that are in the capsule. Let's actually show them stacked up. So here we go. Yep, they fit right into each other, pretty smooth like. I'm not getting any movement up or down, left or right. Let's try it the other way. Okay, yeah, once it's right in there, it really locks in. Awesome. I am digging that one. Now, in this stacker series, remember, originally it was supposed to be only shields of the past. So like the WildWest shield, Achilles shield. This one even was kind of pushing that boundary. And I think that's why they've stopped calling it the shield series, and it's now the stacker. One that they came out with was this Buddha Guayu, I guess it's Guayu Buddha, the steel Buddha with 1 E. And I just put in this capsule that I already cracked. You can tell I broke one of my WildWest. I guess we'll just leave them in there because I can't open this. But it has a pretty cool little edge on it, a little bit different than the others. Remember, this one's not a stacker, so you have all of these Buddha poses there, and really cool detail on that. And there's the other side, and this is a 2 ouncer again. So something different from the Korean Mint. I really like this one. I probably need to pick up some more of those. All right, and now my last coin. It looks like they sent in a separate package, but this is another one of the Predator series. So this one is a shark against, I think it's a crocodile, but I guess it could be an alligator. Again, 1 ounce, 2022, the new A. So wow, look at this. Now I've got all 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 in the series. And I'm sure they'll have more. I mean, they can do all kinds of different predators fighting each other. So that's a pretty fun piece. All right, now that's all my pickups from Amex. Now Mrs. WildWest, she did stay a little busy this week, and check it out. She went to the coin shop, and at the local coin shop, she got some silver quarters. And they came in this flip book just like this. You can tell they're not BU, but every single one of them is a 1964D. Let's take a look at the back. You know, actually, these are really good condition. I don't really see the point of this booklet. I guess if you were storing it this way, but we're gonna take these out, and I don't know, I've actually not, maybe you can leave a comment for me. Should I take them out of these flips? I mean, these are not BU or mint state at all. They're just standard 1964D quarters. And so my thought process is, in order to save space, I'm gonna probably end up cutting them out of these flips and just putting them in a tube with my other silver that's constitutional. Now remember, these are 90% silver quarters. Anything from 64 or prior is 90%. Gotta love that. But I don't know, maybe somebody was into some collecting and they decided to start these flips, but I just don't see the point of them. If you were displaying this to maybe a family member and wanting to show them your quarter collection, I could understand that, but I'm a stacker and these don't really have any numismatic value, so I probably will end up just taking these out. But leave some comments down below. If I get some good commentary that maybe I should leave them because it protects them better, something along those lines, maybe I'll do it. But I mean, look at already, that took a couple minutes of just clearing out this plastic flip that is now just garbage. All right, so there we go. She got, what, 20 of these? So $1.40 is an ounce. She got 20. So what is that, about 3.5 ounces of silver and some quarters? It's not too bad for a local coin shop pickup. Good job, Mrs. Wild West. And just so you know, she went to the farm, guys, and she killed it. I mean, she got me like little pumpkins. And just so you know, you need these little pumpkins in order to make pumpkin pie. You don't want to grab the huge ones. They won't be very sweet. And I mean, she's gotten some weird ones. Like, look at this thing. We're assuming it's a gourd that just goes on and on forever. It's just huge, but it's kind of hollow on the inside. I don't know, it's just sitting there on the farm. She decided to take it home, because why not? And there's all sorts of other goodies. We've got pounds and pounds of tomatoes and potatoes, just the works. And just so you all know, she only paid $25 1 ounce for that farm trip. So check out your local farms again. I cannot stress that enough, guys. Now's the time of the year to be getting all this fresh produce, and it's not very expensive. We ended up with over 100 pounds of food, and it was the equivalent of buying one of these ounces of silver. And Mrs. Wild West wanted to say her top tip, if you want to get all sorts of good food, is make sure you're tipping the farm guys. So they drive you around in their little tractor, and when they're driving around, you're gonna stop at each like maybe little pumpkin stop. Maybe you'll have a big pumpkin stop, a potato stop, onion stop, and these guys are the ones that are allowing you to pick the fruits and the vegetables. Well, make sure you tip them. That's the key. I think she took only like $5 this time, but usually she takes like a 10 or a 20, and those guys are always really appreciative. That's the way to do it. I can't recommend it enough. All right, well, thanks so much everybody for stopping by. We looked at some cool silver. Here's a little cool crystal. I appreciate you so much. Now, make sure you click the link in the chat. We're gonna go on now to Mrs. Coin Crew's channel. We're gonna follow this premier train. Thanks so much, everybody. This is Wild West. Everybody have a good one.